Alright guys, bear with me for this video. It's going to be sovereign citizen adjacent. He's going to use the rhetoric, but he's got his own thing going on. So, before I get too much into him, we're going to have a break for our sponsors. Oh yeah, just kidding, we don't have any of those. So, I'm going to tell you how I found this guy. It's midnight on Thursday. Well, 3/28/24, 12:14 a.m. I was going through Van Balion's older videos to see if any of the people he covered had an update, new content, yada yada. I ended up on the page of Jonathan Mazzilli. If you recall, Jonathan Mazzilli was the guy who was going from police department to police department, handing out his guru packet saying, I can travel because I don't understand the law. All that shit, and then ended up getting, arrested and let out of jail. He shared this guy's, again, the Captain's Lifestyles video that we're about to play here. And let's just jump to this guy's page. It's kind of very disappointing when I get to the end. So this is the video we're going to cover, 34 minutes, 43 seconds. We're not watching the whole thing, absolutely not. There's a lot of dead air. But I knew he looked familiar when I saw this first thumbnail. It's because I know him from this. Influencer gets arrested on TikTok Live. He was on top of I want to say, parking structure, parking garage of some kind. Got arrested for trespassing because they didn't want him there. It is what it is. But this guy seems to he's trying to be a guru of guruing, I guess. Taylor is a Marine Corps veteran, another veteran who just wants to get out and just absolutely teabag the Constitution for some reason. I'll never understand that. But Taylor, the Captain Morgan, is a modern-day pirate who is fighting to restore balance and make thriving standard through optimizing health, pursuing fulfillment, and maximizing freedom. And then he pulls the same top G nonsense. He's like the Timu top G. But yeah, he seems like, again, he's trying to be the guru of gurus, so we're going to keep an eye on this guy for the future. Let's jump into the video. Again, we're not playing the whole thing.
How are you?
Wonderful. How are you? What's the emergency?
The reason I stopped you is you have no license plate on your car, and you also were going above the speed limit.
Okay.
In case you had about 52 and the speed limit was 40. Give your driver's license, registration, and insurance.
So just to lay it out there, 12 over and no license plate. That's super valid reasons to be pulled over and asked, hey, can I see your license, registration, proof of insurance, please? Thank you.
No. Do you have a signed warrant or probable cause proving that I committed a crime?
You committed a crime.
With a victim?
Yes.
Who's the victim?
You committed 2 violations.
Who is the victim of what crime?
You violated 2 vehicle codes.
No.
You did.
That's not a crime.
Now he's trying to cry, no victim, no crime, the corpus delicti fallacy, because they can't comprehend that corpus delicti doesn't mean a physical body, but the evidence of a crime.
So, in that case, you have just violated my Fourth Amendment right. You have violated my Fourth Amendment right by forcing my car off the road and approaching me with force of arms.
Are you failing to identify yourself to me?
Yes. For my safety, I'm going to assert my Fifth Amendment right. For your safety, I'm going to provide you with my affidavit of status.
Don't start reaching for stuff.
This is my affidavit of status. Everything I need to say to you is in this sworn affidavit.
Okay. Don't start reaching for stuff. Okay, you are being detained. You've committed 2 vehicle code violations. You are being legally detained. Are you refusing to identify yourself?
All of the information I need to say to you is in that sworn affidavit.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have you step out of the car for me.
Buddy?
No.
Well, we need an attorney?
They're not going to do anything. Let me speak to your supervisor, please.
Unlock your vehicle. I'm going to have you step out.
No. I'm getting some water. Actually, where is it?
The face the officer made when she realized that he finally just rolled up the window that much, priceless. I really wish she would have just straight up broke the window right there and just been done with it. His boy seems extremely nervous in this situation. Do we need a lawyer? It'll be fine as long as I talk like this. Keep going, champ. Also, I left the end in there. I was going to cut it, but then I heard what the other officer was saying. Something about Mace being back there. If you recall the Moore video where they broke the window a little bit, made the car spicy, and they all started crying and got out. That is also a very acceptable way to finish this traffic stop.
Here we are again, boys. The party's just getting started.
What if I gave him the right thing? Something
Hi.
Hello.
Just step out.
No,
Okay, so you're being given a lawful order to step out of the vehicle.
I'm not been given a lawful order. I've not committed any crime. You do not have a
You don't
signed
license
warrant.
plate on your vehicle.
That is not a crime. There is no victim.
It's a vehicle code violation. The state of California is the victim.
Right, that does not apply. If you read my affidavit of status, you'll see that that does not apply.
So, failure to obey the lawful command is a violation of Penal Code 148.
Okay.
Which is resisting.
Also does not apply.
It does.
I'm not a United States citizen.
Okay, it does apply. You're in California, the city of Laguna Beach.
Yes.
Okay. So, we need you to step out.
No.
If you fail to step out, we are going to forcibly break your window and remove you from the vehicle, and you're going to go to jail.
I would like to talk with your
I am
supervisor.
the supervisor.
Okay, well, if that's what you want to do, then you
I
will
don't
break
wanna do
multiple
that. I'd like you
laws.
to follow the
No.
officer's given you to.
No.
Right. Well,
Everything I need to say is in the sworn affidavit. Have you read that?
I haven't.
Well, it would behoove you if you did.
Why?
It would save us a lot of trouble.
Okay. Do you have your license?
No, I don't.
Okay. You're also required to provide that.
Nope.
You are.
I provided you with my affidavit of status.
So Taylor of the family, Crayon Eater, is not having a good sovereign citizen day here. So he has 28,000 views on this channel, or on this video. He is monetized on YouTube. You're in commerce. Congratulations. I'm pretty sure he loaded up another thing on another phone. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever the kids are doing. That's probably what he loaded up. So right off the bat, he's kind of going around the sovereign citizen key terms and phrases, kind of getting off script a little bit. Again, your paperwork means nothing. You got the supervisor, the guy you wanted. He did not care. He said, we will break your window. I wish more officers would do it instead of say it. Don't even tell him you're going to break your window. Just break it.
So this is a sovereign citizen ordeal?
Absolutely not. I'm not a citizen.
What are you?
I am a man. Everything I need to say is in that sworn affidavit. I'm done answering
Where are you
questions.
from? Okay, so here's the thing. We don't want anyone to get hurt. Okay, so we'd like your cooperation. Can we have that? Hello? Like I said, you've been given a lawful order to exit the vehicle. Provide your driver's license, which you're required to do.
Everything I need to say to you is in that sworn affidavit.
Okay, so you're prepared to go to jail?
I'm done answering questions.
Prepared to go.
It's my backpack. Yeah, hello.
I'll give you a moment to think about it.
So let's run through the scenarios together real quick. One is they break your window and they take you to jail, and you get this sorted out on the back end. Or you get out of the car and they issue a ticket.
No.
Will you talk to us?
No, don't say anything.
Will you talk to us?
I'm not involved in this incident, so I don't have much to say. Yeah, I'm not involved in it. I can talk to you right here, sure. Hello. Hey, Officer Meyer. Yeah.
That's not my concern. I don't know if you can maybe try to talk some sense into your friend so he doesn't go to jail.
Yeah.
Because that's the last thing we want to do. But we're also going to do this.
What's the alternative?
The alternative?
Yeah, to him.
Is him listening to what my partners are instructing him to do, which is, I believe, to get out of the car.
And how will that
and
result?
to identify himself.
Yeah, I understand that. What will be the result of that?
What do you mean?
Did you just say that I failed to identify myself?
Have you identified yourself to my partners?
Yes.
How so?
I provided them my sworn affidavit. Have you seen that?
Oh, that's not a...
Nobody said that they've read it. That is a sworn affidavit signed and notarized.
Which you need to drive.
It doesn't have
I am not driving under commerce. I am traveling.
I'm trying to...
So you heard his friend try his damnedest to talk some sense into this kid. He's got crayons in his ears. He can't hear a damn thing. But the best thing, I know sovereign citizen. I'm not citizen. Can't be sovereign citizen. Well, brought to you by the Southern Poverty Law Center. Disagree with them about whatever you want. They have a pretty solid definition for the sovereign citizen movement. Sovereign citizens believe they are not under the jurisdiction of the federal government and consider themselves exempt from U.S. law. Well, he's proven that much so far, so check the box next to sovereign citizen. They use a variety of conspiracy theories and falsehoods, looking at you, bud, to justify their beliefs and their activities, some of which are illegal and violent. Another one, check the box next to sovereign citizen. Just because you don't like the connotation that comes with sovereign citizen doesn't mean that all of a sudden you can just use all their rhetoric, use all of their paperwork, but then when it comes down to it, be like, me no citizen, me can't be sovereign citizen. Like, my guy, it does not make any sense. Also, I didn't fail to ID. Did you read my, affidavit that says yada, yada, yada? My guy, that's not a driver's license. So it doesn't matter. The officer's, yeah, that does not matter.
Yeah.
Sorry that that's
I've presented him with what my assessment is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
What is your assessment?
my assessment is that y'all are going to do what you think is right
Yeah.
and what you believe is legal and lawful,
Yeah.
and that
You're right.
could have some consequences.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it also could have consequences back if you guys haven't done your due diligence to read that sworn affidavit. And I'm not a cop, so I can't tell you what is and is not the repercussions of that. But you could consider that option as well, even though it may not make sense to you why you would do that and why you wouldn't get out of the car.
Okay.
Yeah. Consider it. Yeah, thank you.
To your knowledge, are there any weapons in the vehicle?
To my knowledge, I cannot state one way or another. So my answer is no. To my knowledge, I have no.
your knowledge.
To my knowledge, no.
Do
Correct.
you have your ID on you?
I do, but
Are you gonna provide that to me or not?
I prefer not to.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, driver. While we're sitting here, I'm gonna request that you turn off the car. Thank you.
So before there's about to be some dead air that I have to cut out, I'm just going to say two things. They've already asked him to get out, and I believe they just asked the passenger to get out. Pennsylvania v. Mims for the driver, and Maryland v. Wilson for the passenger. Same thing, different seats in the car. As you were.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
How you doing? My name is Sergeant Yielding. So, we find ourselves in a bit of a predicament here.
Indeed.
All right. So I've looked over the affidavit that you've provided. Okay. So you believe that the only person that has some control over you is Lord, our God, our Savior, all that, right?
Correct.
Well, I'm a Christian too, right? But I also know that I live in the United States of America, right? We both live in the United States of America, do we not?
The United States of America,
Do
yes.
you pay taxes?
Absolutely not.
You don't
Legally.
pay-
Legally, no. I'm under no tax obligation because I'm not a citizen of the United States.
Well, I don't believe that.
It doesn't matter what you believe.
Okay. So, you drive on these roads which are paid for by taxes and all that stuff, right?
I believe that's what you believe.
Okay. Well, that's reality. So,
It's not.
here's
Are you stupid or something?
where we're at right now.
Okay.
Okay. We are all to abide by the rules set forth by our government. Okay?
If you are a citizen of the United States
Which,
Corporation,
Again, I believe that you were saying that you are not, that you're entitled to believe that, but there's also what we need to follow. Even though we believe that we're not, we're still bound by those laws.
I follow natural law,
Okay.
which
Good.
if you have a signed warrant or
Okay.
probable cause proving that I committed a crime where there is a victim,
Okay.
a physical victim, then absolutely I will.
I understand what you're saying. I do understand that. Okay. But you did break a law. So are you telling me
A
that-
violation.
Let me just ask you a question.
Yeah.
Okay. You believe that you can go whatever speed you want on these roads?
If there is no victim, yes. However, I don't believe that that is what you should do.
Okay.
It is again about to be 1 o'clock on March 28th, 2024, and we all realize that the flying spaghetti monster, what is his name, Joseph Smith, Jesus Christ, none of them have any bearing on whether you need a driver's license to drive your vehicle. Last I checked, Jesus and the flying spaghetti monster were not on the Supreme Court when they decided, yep, the state can require you to have a driver's license to drive. So there's that. And no, I'm not trying to disparage religion. Contrary to popular belief, KFARR went to church for 18 years straight, every Sunday, every special event, blah, blah, blah. I just hate when people try to bring Jesus did not take the wheel. Jesus was not driving, so why bring him up? Why try to pin this on him? It was you, bud. Also, give you a little background, show you how the sausage is made. YouTube does not take out taxes. So you have to wait and save and save and save and save, and then when you get to the end of the year, you pay your taxes. So if this guy's not paying taxes, there's something wrong. Also, yes, taxes maintain the roadway, create the roadway, do all that nonsense. So him saying, oh, that's what you think. No, that's what everyone knows because those are the facts.
So you're saying that by speeding there is no victim.
Correct.
But if you were to run into somebody,
Absolutely.
then there's a victim there.
Yes. And then you should be held accountable.
Okay. You're also believing that you're not supposed to have registration on your car and a license plate and all that stuff, right?
Yes, because I'm not driving under any commercial means. I'm traveling.
The only time you travel is when you traveled your happy ass to YouTube to upload this for money. Therefore, you are in commerce. Sorry to break that to you, Mr. Sovereign Citizen, not a citizen.
No, I understand what you're saying. So, we don't want to have any kind of issues.
Likewise.
Okay? And there are certain things that you need to follow when you're given a lawful order by a police officer. Okay? That's just the way it is. That's just the law. All right?
Which I provided. I provided my identification.
I understand, again, your beliefs, okay? Regardless of what you believe, you are to follow these rules. And that's just the unfortunate circumstance that you find yourself in. Okay? If you were to live in another country or another province, whatever, and they have different laws, you would still need to follow those laws.
I understand what you're saying.
Right. So,
what I'm saying is that I am not under the jurisdiction of Laguna Beach, of state of California.
But
It's not a matter of belief. It's a matter of fact. If you read the affidavit of status,
well, that's your affidavit,
right?
Yeah.
Which is an affidavit of
But
fact.
that doesn't negate you from following the rules of where you're at currently.
It does, because that only applies to citizens.
Okay, well, you're driving on the roads here in Laguna Beach, which is the
I'm
state of
traveling.
California, which is the United States of America.
I'm traveling, which does not
That's fine.
require a license.
Whatever-
One officer did this many, many, many moons ago against a Moor, and I wish more officers use that same strategy. Okay, this jurisdiction isn't yours. You don't have citizenship here. Okay, cool. Where do you have citizenship? I'll call that embassy and make sure you're one of theirs. Make sure they claim you. Oh, what, you were lying the whole time? Okay, cool. That normally gets them going back on the right direction. Then this whole affidavit thing, affidavit of truth. Well, my ID was in that. It told you who I was, blah, blah, blah. That's your affidavit of truth, which means nothing. Oh, well, I got it notarized. Cool. Again, not to disparage notaries, but they are not the subject matter expert on everything. They are not there to check for facts. They are there to say, yes, you had ID. You signed this paper. That is it. That is it. They're not saying, oh yeah, this person clearly does need a license to drive. He doesn't have citizenship here. No. They're there to say, Steve signed as Steve on this piece of paper. Stamp. That's it.
Vernacular you choose to describe what you are doing, you are currently here in Laguna.
Yes.
Okay. Physically here. Your body and
In the location of Laguna Beach, not the corporation of City of Laguna Beach.
being here means that you need to follow the rules here.
I understand that's what you believe.
Okay. But that's reality. So, have you had time to think about it? Because we don't want to take you to jail tonight. We don't want to forcibly remove you from the car. But if you continue to believe that and not go with our lawful orders and all of that stuff, that's what we are going to do. We don't want to do that, but that's what's going to happen.
Yeah,
So,
I don't think that would be a good idea.
We don't want to do it.
Well, then don't. You have free will.
But also, we can't let things like this just go because then everybody.
What crime have I committed?
Well, you're driving without a license, right?
A crime requires a victim.
Okay. Well, the state of California is a victim.
State of California is not a person. This is what I'm talking about.
I understand your beliefs, and I am hearing what you are saying, right? But what I'm telling you is that reality is, and I've read through it, the reality is that while you're in the state of California, you're required by law to have license plate, driver's license, fly yourself when a police officer pulls you over, all these different things, all right? So you believe the state of California can't be a victim. I'm telling you that it is, and there's reasons why.
I understand you believe that.
So,
yes.
Not going to talk much, just want to bring up something that I always say. These people have to live in Fantasyland because this is the only place where this made-up bullshit actually works. In a place run by, I don't want to say dumb people, but fucking dumb people who I don't know how they are, chewing gum and walking at the same time.
that's where we find ourselves. If you continue to choose not to go with the program, so to speak, then we've already informed you of what's going to happen. So is that your decision currently and still moving forward? Because it would be a lot easier and a lot less stressful for everybody involved. And honestly, it wouldn't take very long for us to figure out who you are and then write a citation or whatever we're going to do.
I've told you who I am.
And then you to be on your way.
I've told you who I am. Everything is in that sworn affidavit. You can look me up.
Okay, I'm just telling you. We need to positively identify you with your driver's license. You can move on with this whole process, and then you can be on your way.
I do not have a driver's license because I am not driving commercially.
Okay, so you don't have a driver's license?
Not on me, no.
Okay. But you gave my officers your name and date of birth?
Yes, it is in the sworn affidavit that you said that you read over.
But your date of birth is not on there. It's just your name.
Okay, my date of birth is April 18th, 1995.
April 18th, 1995. Okay. Have you ever been arrested before, been in any trouble, anything like that?
Yes, I have.
Okay, what was that for?
Trespassing. For not wearing a mask.
How long ago was that?
Last year, or 2 years ago.
Okay, April 18th, 1995.
Yes.
Okay.
Why are you being so difficult about this? You've
Uh,
already been on your way.
You're cute.
If you weren't wanted for like murder or anything. And your VIN is covered. So we can't even figure out this car because you have no license plate. You have no license plate on your car and your VIN is covered. So I
Mm-hmm.
can't identifying this car. How do we know it's not stolen?
I don't know. How do you?
So now I have reasonable suspicion that you could potentially be driving a stolen vehicle.
Do you?
I do.
You're looking up my name, you'll see that it's registered to me.
I don't know if this car is registered to you. I don't know what the license plate is for it. I don't know what the VIN is for it. I don't even know who you are because you don't even have any...
I have provided you with my sworn affidavit, and that's everything you need is in there.
Not though.
So we said some nonsensical bullshit at the end there. Let's cover this. Well, if you just run my name and my date of birth, you'll find that this car is registered to me. Well, it doesn't have a license plate, which is part of the reason you were stopped in the first place. And she just told you that the VIN is covered everywhere, so they can't even see it. That was going to be how I would have found who he was, but if it's covered, how are they going to make sure that it's yours and not stolen? Second, just because you have a piece of paper and say, oh, I pinky promise that this is me, that means absolutely nothing. You don't have a driver's license, a state ID, a passport. I cannot verify who you are. Besides you going, well, I promise I am, it means nothing.
Okay, well then you don't need it.
We're trying to make this as easy as possible.
Yes, you are.
It's gonna
That's
end up coming
been made
down
clear.
to us having to use force to get you out of the car, and we don't want to go that route.
Good thing you have free will.
I think this is past free will. This is about laws in California. Are you like wanted for something crazy? Is that what this is about? I'm just trying to figure out why we're playing this game right now.
Me too. Me too. Me too.
And like, where did they clock you? Like, we were doing like 25 miles an hour by the time they come.
I saw her. She was
Okay.
in one of the corners.
The 2 squad car thing confused me.
Yeah.
Just make sure I get your home address before.
This is all on video, so.
Just take the citation. What's up? Yeah.
Are you willing to step out of the car so you don't get
Absolutely
dragged in
not.
all this?
I'm not willing to step out of the car, and I'd prefer not to get dragged into it. I will be sitting very peacefully with my hands available for sight the entire time.
Okay.
So I'll be, yeah.
So, by law, it's case law, in a traffic stop, a police officer has the right to get the driver and all occupants out of the car. And if you refuse to get out of the car on your own accord, you can be arrested.
My concern is that
So hear me out real quick.
Yeah.
If you are wanting to not get wrapped up in this, it is a lawful order that you have to get out of the car when requested to do so by a police officer.
Okay. I hear you, and I'm willing to continue to engage with you. My concern is that by getting out of the car, I will have given you access to this car.
Okay.
And that's my concern.
Okay. Are you willing to go to jail to do that?
Well,
I'm
I'm talking to him, sir.
yeah, I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I guess I am.
I would like
Okay,
to
so
mention
you
that
are
I am.
also refusing to get out of the car.
I'm not refusing.
Well, that's what you just told me.
No, you asked me a hypothetical question, and I answered
Okay,
hypothetically.
Well, now I'm not talking hypothetical. I'm requesting you as a passenger in a vehicle that was pulled over
Mm-hmm.
to get out of the vehicle. That is a lawful order.
And
If you do not do that, you will be arrested for Penal Code 148A1.
He's just trying to intimidate
may I
you.
look that up on my phone?
So there was no intimidation and no scare tactic that day. California Code, Penal Code 148, if you see there, A1, every person who willfully resists, delays, or obstructs any public officer, peace officer, or emergency medical technician, as defined in Division 2.5 of the Health and Safety Code, in the discharge or attempt to discharge any duty of his or her office or employment, when no other punishment is prescribed, shall be punished by a fine not exceeding $1,000 or imprisonment in the county jail not to exceed 1 year, or both that fine and imprisonment. So yeah, there was no scare tactic. There was no intimidation attempt. That's just the law. That's the facts of the matter. And again, this guy's living in fantasy land.
A slow reader. Just give me
And
a
then
second.
I'll also tell you the case law, if you want to read that too.
Sure, you can tell it to me and I'll,
So
I'm ready
this
for
is-
you.
I believe this is the name of the case law. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I know the case law, but as far as the name of it,
Yep.
I believe it's Pennsylvania v. Mims.
Mims. Ooh, good memory. All right,
And driver, you can feel free to research that as well if you would like.
take care of this. Chapter 7.
Does that sound like the right one?
The first one you gave me or the second one?
Well, the first one is what you would be arrested for.
Mm.
The second one is the case law backing it.
Oh, I see. Let me, does Pennsylvania case law apply to California?
It applies to the entire United States.
Is this a federal thing?
Does that sound like about what it is?
All right, so this is the problem when you have knuckleheads buying guru packets and not doing any of the legwork or research themselves. They run into case law that's, I don't want to say famous, but extremely well-known case law. And then they want to act dumb. Oh, is that just for Pennsylvania? We're in California, blah, blah, blah. Oh, what is it? Pennsylvania v. Mims, bro. Like, everyone should know about that shit. But they're there, oh, let me Google it. And I get de-escalation, but we're halfway through the video, more than halfway through the video. Break the window and pull them out. Give them a ticket. Do something. This is not the time or place to be looking up Supreme Court case law.
Yeah.
So here's the deal, okay?
I'll let them.
If we write you a citation for the vehicle code, equipment violations, and like the misdemeanor violations that you're committing right now, will you sign the citation and be released from the scene with a citation and a signature, with your legal signature?
Yes.
Okay, for us to do that, we need to be able to identify your vehicle. So we need either a license plate or the VIN so we can attach the vehicle, because that's the original probable cause for the stop, right? So we need to attach that to the citation. Will you remove your paperwork there so we can identify your VIN?
Sure. Sounds like it's working itself out.
Okay, and as we, and so look, the way this is gonna work, right? We're gonna cite you the violations. It needs to be your legal signature, okay? It can't be some phrase or like a part of the affidavit. It has to be your name, right? Okay, like as it appears on whatever your legal documents are. Cool? Alright.
I'm going to open the center console.
What's up?
I'm going to open the center console.
Okay.
You're welcome to,
That's fine.
observe. To do when you get a ticket. Turn it into a bill. The restrictive endorsement.
Mm-hmm.
Our valiant hero made it a bit choppy for us, but I don't know what's in there. He's not going to be able to turn this citation or citations into a bill that's very fee schedule-esque, if you will. And then the whole limited endorsement, or I might have gotten the wording messed up, but that's basically what he meant. You're signing a ticket saying, yes, I will take responsibility for my actions and get this taken care of. You're not signing your soul away. You're not signing your car away. You're not giving away your firstborn child. You're just signing saying, I will take responsibility. That's it.
Obviously, and if you don't sign, then you're basically demanding to be brought before a magistrate, at which point you'd be taken into custody. Okay? So just keep that in mind for the rest of this process.
You move, Chief.
This is the this is the first time that I've
jiu-jitsu or something. You know, they're cool.
Since I became aware of this. This is the first time that I've been pulled over. Before I used to have a driver's license. I would have like gotten out of the car and like done all the thing. This is the first time that this has happened with
Can I see the note?
What
Will you show
When
me
you
that
said
note
like you
in the
learned
middle?
about all this,
What's that?
when you said I learned about all this,
Yeah.
what are you referencing?
About
Like what did you learn? Like what changed
about
that made you get rid of the driver's license and
What is that?
yeah, about sovereignty and the fact that
You know what that means?
Nope.
the fact that we are essentially slaves to the United States government, which is by definition, that you can look this up. This is all information that's out there. A for-profit corporation that's located in the District of Columbia.
The only people I ever hear this from, the only people ever talking about the for-profit corporation that is located in Washington, D.C., tend to be on the all-day, every-day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner lead paint chip diet.
So, I mean, this stuff goes deep, but like a driver's license is only required if you were driving commercially, like getting paid to, Uber drivers, for example, they need a driver's license. But if you're just traveling, by definition, it is not required to have a driver's license because that only applies to commercial driving. And so that's just one example. And so for a crime, like if I would have been speeding and hit somebody's car, that would be a crime because there was a victim. So I damaged somebody else's property. For that, I should be held accountable.
yeah.
If there is no victim, like just speeding and it's like nothing happens, for example, or running a stop sign even, and there's nobody gets hit, no damaged property, then there's no victim, then there's no actual crime.
I talked about this a bit at the beginning. Stop taking guru packets at face value. Do your own research. Do some legwork. Look it up yourself. I'm a big fan of looking things up, doing the research. Rogue Nation gives me shit all the time because I Google things. Oh, you shouldn't have to Google things. You should just know them. He thinks he knows things. Upon trying to fact check him, however, George don't know shit. I'm a big fan of fact checking. That's why these people are in that community and I'm in this community, the debunker community. The Supreme Court has ruled time and time again. The states can require you to have a driver's license. This guy disagrees. I'm sorry you disagree with the Supreme Court. That seems to be on you. The whole, driving's for commerce, blah, blah, blah. Well, first off, you're making money from this video while you driving on YouTube. So you're in commerce. Sorry to break it to you. Also, Black's Law Dictionary 2nd edition, where you're trying to quote this bullshit, disagrees with you. 1910 version disagrees with you all the way up until, the 11th version that we're currently at? It disagrees with you. Merriam-Webster's dictionary also disagrees with you. Everything disagrees with you. So pull your head out of your ass. I guess you're going to have to cancel the old rectal inspection and just show your fucking driver's license.
I've grown up with cops. I have nothing against you guys. A lot of it is also due to my ignorance and my inability to explain all of this effectively to where it doesn't escalate to this level. Mm. So it's on me for not being able to educate you well, because I'm still learning this stuff as well. But it's
because of the same thing. She pulled you over for the same reason. She asked you to get out, you get out. You get the tickets that she's going to give you anyway without the criminal charge of resisting or obstructing the peace officer. So you'd be same thing without the criminal charge if you would.
So I'm not worried about any of that because it's all bullshit.
Okay. Is that what you would tell a judge?
No, that is not what I would tell a judge. I don't know what I would tell a judge. I haven't studied enough to go to court, but
I don't think that would get you very far in the courtroom.
I don't think so either. That would probably be a stupid thing to say.
But you're willing to put yourself in that situation.
100%.
Unnecessarily.
Yes, because that's how I learn.
It's all fun and games until you end up like our boy Justin FaZe from earlier this month, where he wanted to call around to a bunch of attorneys. Yeah, they stepped right on my civil rights. Oh, how'd they do that? Well, they held me accountable for driving with no license, no registration, no insurance, and having a private plate on the back. I would like to sue them, blah, blah, blah. And the attorneys were basically like, are you fucking dumb? And then he got his car towed. And then magically got it back, but had to park it nowhere near his house in a random parking lot. Eventually, you're going to rack up a bunch of charges. Eventually, you're going to end up in court. This guy kind of sounds like the broken system, broken trust. We all see how that went. My man, I'm just going to take a plea so that I can get out of here as quickly as possible. Congratulations. You hold that L. That's what's going to happen to this guy. I don't know enough to blah, blah, blah. I'm still learning. You're going to learn real quick that actions have consequences. And charges and convictions aren't cheap.
Because what?
That's how I learn from experience. I'm a fuck around and find out type of guy if you haven't gotten that by now, Mr. Meyer.
Do you think that's a good thing?
It's proven so far.
Have you ever been arrested before?
Yes.
Similar circumstances or something else?
Similar circumstances, misunderstanding.
Like another traffic stop?
Trespassing.
Oh.
For not wearing a mask in an airport.
So not the same circumstance?
No, similar. Again, a victimless crime. I am not a criminal. I do not commit crimes. I don't damage anybody's property. I don't harm anybody. Who am I supposed to have harmed?
I can say that again?
Who am I supposed to have harmed?
So in order to be a victim, there needs to be an injury?
Yes, or damage of property or stolen property. There needs to be another human victim.
Yeah, that's not how it works. Which you know.
Okay.
But, I mean, I fully understand you have your beliefs, but as you're a smart guy, you're well aware that that's not the law.
I hate to break it to this dude and this officer. I think the officer's giving him too much credit. Oh, you seem like a smart guy. Absolutely not. If you're a sovereign citizen, I have to assume that your IQ is just in the toilet. Trespassing at an airport versus getting pulled over for no plate and speeding are nowhere close to similar or the same thing.
I mean, we could go back and forth with this sovereign citizen thing all day.
I am not a sovereign citizen.
That's exactly what you are.
No, that is an oxymoron.
Oxymoron, yes. Something that the founders of their movement came up with, also yes. So that kind of just shows how dumb your movement was from the beginning. Second, I'm not a sovereign citizen. I'm not a sovereign citizen. I'm sovereign, not a citizen, blah, blah, blah. If it quacks like a duck, flies like a duck, swims like a duck, eats food like a duck, it's a duck. Same thing with sovereign citizens. If it drives with no license, doesn't think the law applies to them, has no registration and no plate, it's a sovereign citizen. I'm sorry.
A sovereign cannot be a citizen. It's an impossibility.
That is true.
It's a stupid phrase. It doesn't make sense.
I at least appreciate you're friendly.
Yeah, like I said, I have nothing against you. I understand 100% why you guys are doing what you do.
I think you're a smart guy. And being a smart guy, you understand that you could be going to jail tonight, and whether that happens or not, it could.
Yes.
It legally 100% could. Both of you.
Legally, like actual legally, no. Like if it went to court, then absolutely not.
Oh, absolutely it would.
I understand you believe that.
You're not the first person to do this.
I'm well aware, yes.
So we'll see how they want to proceed. But
Sounds like
at this point, you were requested to get out of the vehicle.
Do you like being a cop?
I do.
Why?
I'm not going to answer. I'm not going to get into all that stuff.
Okay, well, I'm not going to get into your stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
What stuff
Hey,
was
just
I trying
curious.
to get into?
Whatever questions you have. If you're not going to answer my questions, I'm not going to answer your questions.
Okay. Well, that's off topic. I was talking about this specific traffic stop in your...
Oh, I don't give a shit about this traffic stop. I want to know how you're doing.
You should, because it has a lot to do with whether you leave from here or not.
Oh.
Driving away. Or
That's something I should care about? Why should I care about that? What if I'm supposed to be here, right now?
Well, eventually, you're going to either have to leave driving away from here, walking away from here, or us driving away from here in handcuffs. So, I mean, eventually there's going to be a next step, right?
Well, who's to say one of those is bad and one of those is good? How do we know?
Well, that's fine. If you think getting arrested is good, then that's fine. That's your opinion. You can think that. But bottom line, it's going to be up to the officer that pulled you over how this ends up.
Now is the question portion of my video. How many times have we seen sovereign citizens go to court, try this nonsense, and the judge just go, "You're dumb. I'll see you back in 30 days when you can, handle yourself like an adult." Or just say, "Okay, yeah, you're guilty. Bye." We see that all the time. Probably every day from channels like mine. How many times have we seen a sovereign citizen go to court and say, "Yes, I don't need a driver's license to drive because reasons," and the judge just go, "Oh shit, you're the smartest human being on the planet. Case dismissed." Personally, I've never seen a sovereign citizen win on the merits of their case. Not once.
What's up, brother?
I was gonna ask you. So, because you're getting a citation, they already explain that to you. You'll have a court date to go before a judge.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to tell the judge about this?
I'm going to have to do some studying and cite some case law and cite the fact that I am not a citizen and you guys do not have jurisdiction over me and I committed no crime and there are no witnesses, there's no victims, there's been no crime committed.
And then do you keep the cameras in the car
No.
in case this happens?
No, I create content for a living.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of content?
Lifestyle content. Health, fitness, life. Yeah.
Just curious.
Yep.
It's just odd that like someone would have a GoPro with a mic on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't...
It seems like you almost wanted this to happen.
No, I carry this with me all the time. It is good content though, so thanks guys.
Do you have like a YouTube channel or like social media?
I do. Captain Taylor Morgan.
I can't hear you.
Captain Taylor Morgan.
Grand Rising.
Taylor Morgan.
That's me.
Grand Rising.
Yes.
Do you like film your daily life?
Yes, and in fact, that's precisely what I do, yes.
How many subscribers are we talking about?
On YouTube right now, 4.43K. Yeah, YouTube is the newest addition. Yeah.
You get Google checks from Google?
Google, like what, reviews?
Does Google pay like
Google does, YouTube does, YouTube does pay.
Yes, from YouTube, yeah, not from Google.
So I just went and looked. It seems like he's a lot bigger on TikTok than he is on YouTube, which I guess that's cool. He's got 300,000 followers on TikTok and like 7,500 on YouTube. It is what it is. But the part what I wanted to get into here is, again, show you how the sausage is made. Every month, he says, oh, we get paid from YouTube, not Google. That's funny because every single month, on damn near the exact same day, I get paid external deposit, Google, because we get paid through Google AdSense. If you have a monetized channel, you have to make a Google AdSense account. So I don't know why these guys are like actively going out of their way to lie.
Don't you need like over 1,000 subscribers to start getting paid?
To start monetizing, yeah. And a certain number of views in like a 3-month period.
Okay.
Be good to release some, well, you probably can't, but like body cam footage.
Here, listen to my phone.
Alright, Mr. Blaine, you're being issued a citation for a few things. Speeding, no plates, not having your license when you're driving, conducting a peace officer. Okay, so you are being issued a misdemeanor citation. I need you to sign right here. It's not admitting guilt, it's just saying you're going to take care of the ticket on or before the date printed on your ticket.
I'll sign on the physical ticket.
You have to sign on here.
No, I'll sign on the physical ticket.
So if you're refusing to sign, that's you indicating that you want to go straight to seeing a judge, which means we have to take you into custody right now. So we're trying to avoid taking
I'm not
you to jail
refusing to sign.
Okay,
Am I being issued a citation?
Yes, you are.
Can I see that citation?
The copy of the citation.
We can even print out a copy with your signature on it. Is that what you're requesting?
Cool. So yeah, this I will sign.
Hear me out. If you sign that thing, we'll print out a copy with your signature on it.
Have you signed the
Okay. Yeah.
I'll sign the gene first, and then we'll do that.
Okay.
So you need to.
Where's the little device?
Just sign in the gray area, and it has to be your legal signature.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it looks real great.
Kind of fat fingers, huh?
Yeah, that's not working well.
And that's your legal signature when you got your driver's license?
That's what you get
I
on
have
that thing.
No, so it's supposed to be your legal signature. I have a copy of it back there when you got your driver's license.
Okay.
It's on your Cal photo.
Okay.
This is not your legal signature. So I'm going to clear this, and I'm going to give you one more opportunity to sign with your legal signature. Okay? You failing to do so again, then that just means you want to go see a judge because you're failing to give your legal signature. Okay? So we're going to clear
How
this.
are you going to tell me what my signature is?
Because it's when you got your driver's license, your signature you use that is your legal signature.
I think it's funny for people who don't watch this type of content like every day like we do. You would think, oh, who doesn't sign their name on a ticket? Well, these people do. It's a regular occurrence. They will sign something other than their name. They will sign all rights reserved, like the last video, all rights reserved, and then trying to cite the Uniform Commercial Code as a reason why he doesn't have to sign, even though he said he wasn't in commerce, which didn't make any sense, but sovereign citizens are going to sovereign citizen. But yeah, so I don't know if that's what's happening, but if I was a betting man, I would bet that he wasn't signing his actual name.
Uh-huh.
So I need you to use your legal signature from when you got your driver's license.
Great. We'll do it again.
Okay.
Written in a distinct form. Name written in a distinct form that is used to identify yourself or provide authorization on important documents. It can be a series of squiggles, a picture, or even a traditional X
Yeah,
for
they're
people who
just
can't
making
read
shit
or
up.
write.
Yeah, so this is not a signature.
It's-
So your signature right here is on your affidavit, sir, that you gave us, and that is not what that looks like. So it has to be your legal signature. Your legal signature is on this affidavit you gave to us, and this is not your signature. It's on my body cam. This is not your legal signature. Okay?
What about that is not legal?
I don't know.
One more. I'm gonna clear it one more time. Otherwise, you're gonna be taken into custody at that point, and we're not gonna go the misdemeanor route anymore. And you're gonna actually go to jail, and you're gonna see a judge.
It's not an admission of guilt, dude. It's just a promise to appear or to take care of this.
Yeah, I'm not trying to fuck with you guys.
It seems like you are. So it has to be your legal signature.
It seems like you're trying to fuck with us.
No, we've actually been very patient. Go ahead and sign if you want to look at this, just
Types
as
of
a reminder
legal
of your legal
signatures.
signature. That works too.
What constitutes a signature?
Right. Here's a copy of that. Make sure you put a license plate on your car, otherwise you're going to continue to get stopped. We'll remove that piranha from your car.
What's a piranha?
Wait, what do I do with this?
What's a piranha?
They put some on my car. I can pop the tire if I drove away. All right, well, that's that.
That was funny. And not funny.
We live to see another day.
Full signature means the legal signature of the individual. It can be a series of squiggles, a picture, or even a traditional X for people who can't read or write.
Am I free to drive away? Is the thing off? The piranha? What? You took the piranha off? Okay, bye. Love you. Thanks. Have a good night.
That's the video. He got a few citations for being an idiot. If I was a betting man, I would imagine they didn't want to pull him out of the vehicle because, well, he's jacked. The other guy, I'm assuming he's another gym bro versus 3 officers. It's going to be a bad time. There's going to be a use of force report. Nobody's got time for that. So here's some citations. We'll see you in court. I'll try to keep track of this guy. But I did enjoy how the officer that originally pulled him over just kept getting his ass. Yeah, this isn't your signature. This isn't your signature. Well, how do you know it's not my signature? Well, this thing that you gave us that was notarized that has your actual signature on it, yeah, that's not the same. It's not even close. So I just thought that was funny. Anywho, thanks for bearing with me for almost 50 minutes because this video is now, let's move my little box here, about to be 48 minutes long. Thanks for sticking with me. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.